Welcome back, everybody. Back to the channel. We're here continuing our playthrough of Banjo and Kazooie, the best, dare I say, game on the N64. Last time we did our first world, Mumbo's Mountain, 100%ed, completely done, out of the way. We are continuing on to the second level we unlocked at the end of that last episode, which was right here, Treasure Trove Cove. Which I feel Treasure Trove Cove is... No, that's not the way. Treasure Trove Cove is like the one that people always come back to. Like, as far as the first game goes, Treasure Trove Cove is one of the most remembered, featured the most. With the talent shot like that, I think I mentioned it last time, but we avoid some fall damage. Not all of it, but backflip into here. So good. Bottles right away. Ahoy there, this be Treasure Trove Cove. There be 2 new moves for ye to find. Awesome, Bottles. Well, as you may notice, they're at the bottom of the screen. Hear a little whistle. This is where a lot of people's nightmare fuel started. Being a young kid, you may remember the eel from Mario 64. Banjo's got its own. Knacker smells. Oh boy, he got on fast. Jinjo! Oh, go, go, go. Music just fades back into jamming out. Love to hear it. One hit kill on those guys with the ground slam. Nipper's Beach. You find nothing without Nipper's help. This one also kind of confused me as a kid. Obviously, huge hermit crab creature. Get close enough to him. Lets you open to get in for an attack. Oh, wait. If you get hit, it resets his time too. So that time he does twice. 2, 3, 4. Go in. 3 hits, as video game logic always says, and he disappears into his shell. We all clearly saw him go inside of that. Walk around the spiral here, and there is nothing here. We got some eggs. 2 for 1 ground slam there. And he's just gone. Retreated in, and he is nowhere to be seen. Oh. You can too, if you transition scenes like that, if you're holding the left trigger after doing talent shot, you will just keep the form in the new area. So that's nice, you don't have to redo the move every time. Let's look around. We got these upper edges, obviously a bunch of notes. We got a pirate ship awkwardly stuck in the center there. And we have some new items around that we saw at the tree when we came in, but we have some red feathers as a new collectible. Which makes sense, Bottles did say we would have 2 new moves to find. This is a flying disc, but you'll have to find my molehill before you can use it. These chests are also scattered around this level with teeth. Most of them have stuff inside. You just gotta backflip in and out. Down here is a Mumbo token, which I don't actually think... Yeah, there's not a Mumbo hut even in this level. I'm a red feather. I help Kazooie fly when she knows how. I believe that is everything up here for now. Go down to these trees and get the rest of those notes. Oh, almost forgot about that. I'm glad I saw it out the corner of my eye. Behind the shell down here where Snippet was is another Mumbo token as well. Not as far down, so you shouldn't activate Snacker. Let me know too in the comments if you're watching this and you watched the first two parts. Since then, we did upgrade our mic. We are now on an Elgato Wave 3, if this sounds any better, hopefully. I'm still going to be tweaking with the settings, obviously. We're less than 1 week of use with this, so... Still trying to get things adjusted, but hopefully it'll sound better, at least my voice-wise, on your end. Okay, what else we got? There's an island over there. Shark Food Island. And right here is the first molehill. Oh, this level. Bottles did say there's two. Reach new heights with my shock jump ring. Does Kazooie do it? My legs are tired. His legs are tired, although if you played this before, you're probably using exclusively Talon Shot this entire time so far. As always, refill the energy. So yeah, these activate these green pads. We saw one already at the beginning, or out in Gruntilda's lair. Simply just have to hit A, your jump on them, and you will automatically do this sort of high jump. You can jump off of things, still activate it. It's not exclusive to the pad, as long as you start it on the pad. You can also cancel out of it and flutter flap, whatever it's called, for some more distance. Our second Jiggy, yep. So we do need to stay on these. Perfect. Get our purple Jinjo. Random island out there, we'll come back to that later. As I said, these chests usually have stuff in them, if I can make the jump. Couple notes in that one. And some feathers in this one. If you're risky, trying to do a 100% thing over here is a token in the water, but also we just saw there is an extra honeycomb piece out in the water. You can swim. I always found the jump and flutter over to it gets you sooner. And he does despawn, because that is counted as land, being N64 game. He resets. So we can either... There is... Paul Tower over there. We're going to save that for a little later, though. Let's go check out that pirate ship. There was someone on it that we saw earlier. Thankfully, we have Talon Shot as you needed to get up the sides here. Buddy is crying. Get these notes before talking to him. I mean, we're essentially doing 100% at least in the beginning here, right? Again, like I said, the first elastic part, these first levels are really where my memory of the game comes from, and remembering where everything is. Captain Blubber, also I lost me treasure when me ship crashed. Go find it then, Blubber Guts. I love seeing... So he lost treasure. It's actually on his ship. He says he lost it when he crashed. It's still here. There is a door we can ground pound over here. That drops us down below deck. Immediately, Mumbo Token. It's interesting doing this and seeing this first pirate ship design they went with, and now, obviously, rare nowadays, doing Sea of Thieves. Which even that goes, if you look into the history of Banjo, was supposed to be a pirate game initially, Project Dream, and that got switched, and there's a whole history of pirate stuff that I really wanted to dabble with, that we're now, a decade plus later, getting the full fruits of. The second treasure is right here underneath the water on the left. We could aside from the grate over there when we went down the hole. And vice versa. I love when you're underwater, it changes kind of the tone of the music. Play for a bit. Kind of like a airy, not airy effect, but like a metallic effect to it almost, I would say. There you go, Blubber Guts. 1, 2. Thank you, me hearties. Take this reward. I'm off to spend. He is off to spend. We'll actually learn how he spends it at a later time. Spoilers. Banjo is an interconnected world, really. I'm gonna get this Momo token and then heading back to the ship. I'm not quite ready to go over to the other side that we've been seeing so far. Oh, he spawned in front of us. Oh, he spawned in front of us. Climb back up here. Oh, that one too. Climb the mast. They're really loading you up on tokens for not having a transformation in this level. Come up, we have some more feathers, but we also heard a hi. Our green ginger, we're missing our yellow and orange friend. And our second molehill is up here as well for our second and last move of the level. Your big chance, chicken legs. Time for you to fly. Simple enough, even for you, bird brain. Just stand on a flying disc and press A. And he gives you a little stock of feathers right away to start, like you did with the eggs in the last part. Get us started. Obviously, you've been collecting them to a point already. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. To fly higher, you will need some red feathers. Press A to use one. So yeah, feathers, as he says there, you can only carry 50 instead of the usual 100 like you can with eggs. So it is a smaller energy pool. But you're not going to be doing too much flying. There was a couple levels that it's really required, a couple G's, I should say, that it's really required in. So that left path chest actually had our next Jiggy in it. Go up these steps hidden in the side of the cave, and it drops us at the top of a mountain, which I've always been fond of, this view. Obviously not super spectacular, but N64 style art, and just what they were able to do with draw distances and giving you a sense of scale. They really were pushing hardware to its limits back then. Yellow Ginger Ice Tree. And also the music cut out, like you're so far above the rest of the level that it's just quiet. Really neat design. It's like, hey, you're at the top, you're not done. Up here we have another Grunty switch, which activates a cannon out at that entryway where we first entered this level. Break down this door for a Mumbo token. And ta-da, you're still not done. You can go on top of the lighthouse for another Jiggy. Just continuously one-upping themselves over and over again with the level. You have the whole map spread out. You can see down there where the Mumbo token is to the right of it. You can even see the music notes spinning that you can collect. The draw distance they have nailed down so well. It was really... Rare was at the top of their game for N64. Which we know, right? They, just from their output, they were on this and Conquer, Diddy Kong Racing, GoldenEye, Jet Force Gemini. Like, they were on top of it. Okay, now... Oh, don't eat us. Wrap around back here for some more feathers. We're almost at our max, so we're ready at 50. Which is nice. He gave us, what, 35 out of the 50 you could hold when you first get the move. Oh, jeez. Oh! Saved it. 2 Mumbo tokens in this chest. Again, they're just passing them out. Another mine up here with our next Jiggy underwater. That's 6 of 10 for Treasure Trove Cove. And we're actually going to get 7 of 10 right over here once we die. Oh no. I'm going to pass that off and say that was calculated. It's weird he doesn't spawn over here, close to the wall. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube after this is uploaded, we record it live over on our Twitch, Battlon's Backlogs. Feel free to drop a follow or a like. Drop a follow on... Oh my god, I'm dumb. Drop a follow on YouTube. Keep up with the channel. We're doing more gameplay stuff that we'll be uploading, as well as our podcast, The Download Queue, available on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, each and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We record live. Join along for that. We'll be, also if you're watching this live, live reacting to the Game Awards this year, December 12th. So catch us either on our channel or over on our co-host channel, KyleFish30 on Twitch. We will be somewhere live reacting to all the announcements. See over there, our last underwater collectible, I believe. An extra life. Should be an exciting year for the Game Awards this year. Not a lot has leaked, but leakers have hinted at a lot. A couple of big surprises that people aren't expecting, so that'll be exciting. We have a giant X painted up here. I want to save this for last because this is kind of a flying trial. We ground pound the X, dig for treasure. Gives us an arrow pointing in this direction. The flying isn't the fastest, and you do gradually lose air over time, which is why you have the feathers. They give you a little burst, little kick up again. There's our next X. They also give you a line of feathers as you jump up to refill your stock, so very generous here at the start. Learning new moves, flying is generally a harder thing in video games, so especially at 64 when you just have the C stick and the C buttons. Never find me now, question mark. It's actually right below us on that little island we saw earlier. That's gone. Gotta jab into that chest bouncing around. It gives us our 8th Jiggy. So the last thing we haven't looked at really was over here. I mentioned it when we were on top of the hill. Is this bunch of music notes over here? Which this is a cool thing because it's actually part of the cheat system for the game. And I'll explain that once we get a little further in here. You can actually come back to this level and enter in codes for... Oh my god, that guy is... on me. Knee leaky, no good for water, can bear blocked hole with pebble. Well, we don't have pebbles, but... Leaky patched up, now empty water prepared. Poop in 2 eggs into the bucket. He drains the water in here. Get these music notes on top of the castle. Yeah, we can go inside, and you might have saw there is a bunch of letters on the ground. You can actually come in and type in codes on this floor that give you things like unlimited feathers, unlimited eggs, just a bunch of different things, which was a really neat idea because it incorporates it kind of into the game. The gameplay mechanic itself. Our names are happenstance on the wall over here. Let's spell it out. B-A-N-J-O. You are timed as you have 100 seconds. Banjo-Kazooie. This guy is actually hard. As you saw, he just took a punch, ground slam, which usually kills those in one hit. And the second one, so he's the stronger crab than normal. Nine of 10. I'm actually... Where are we missing? We got our 100 notes. We got our Jinjos. I want to save that for last. Get the treasure. I do have a guide here. My mind is much too old. Oh, you're So this is where that lighthouse is at, way up top here. You can actually fly up to it, which is kind of cool. Again, the whole level is just open to you. I think it's down there, actually. Look here. Yeah, it's where we actually fell earlier, so... Even with that slide there, again, you can kind of break your fall with flutter jump to avoid fall damage. Yeah, it was over here. There's no path. Do our little dance for getting 100%, and we are out of here. We can actually... No, I don't want to do that. No, that's the game. We kind of want to stay in the area we're at. Get out of here, Snacker. I believe there was a beehive over here. Yes, sir. Give me that help. Okay, so the last thing I want to show off in this episode is what was on this little island, because this is a big lore thing, actually, for Banjo. Back in the day, as you know, N64 had the game cartridges. I believe it was them or someone working on Donkey Kong 64 found out that if you removed the cartridge in your N64, the data being read from that cart stayed in the memory of the console for a couple seconds after. So, Rare was like, hey, let's make that a mechanic. So, in Banjo, they hid around. Yeah, do a couple tricky jumps here. Backflip over. They hid around, which isn't here. Yeah, I believe we have actually something else. A couple collectibles, I should say. There's a handful of eggs and an ice key that is hidden within Banjo-Kazooie. If you collect those, that data is stored on the cart and in turn the console. And when Banjo-Tooie released years later, if you would have collected those items, popped the cartridge out with the console still on, and put in Banjo-Tooie, it would have unlocked special rewards. This was called Stop and Swap. If you are an N64 fan, you've probably heard of this in some way, shape, or form. It's a very well-known thing. But Stop and Swap was supposed to be this new cool thing to do, and it became a mixture of too much of a hassle, teaching people about it, risks of breaking consoles, risks of breaking games, what have you. So the idea was eventually canned. But it was actually brought back in N64 version and done in a different way, where if you collected those items, you would unlock gamer pictures, you would unlock, I think, avatar items. If you remember the avatars on 360, you could unlock clothing. So, it was a cool way to keep the idea going. A thing from a generation, two generations behind, generation behind console. So, well, that's Treasure Trove Cove done. We're gonna explore because we unlocked the jump pads now, which we saw over here when we first came up, actually. So we can come over here. Oh boy. And there's a new picture for Clanker's Cavern. You want to place all your pieces into the picture, just press the right trigger. That is good, because as we saw that one piece puzzle from the last episode, every single piece but one was missing. And that unlocks our third world, which we will head to before jumping off to episode 4. If we go back up the hill, there's nothing else new to see right now as of yet. We could unlock some more note doors, but I'd rather just save those, do them all at once. Because we are 200 notes, so that one on the hill there we could unlock. Take us to the next sort of wing of Grunty's lair. But we can do some more stuff here. Come with this pipe, switch over here to raise those. We jump across. Another switch over here to raise that. Entrance to Clanker's Cavern's right here. This is the third world. We're just doing some setup for later. Little back and forth. Backflip up here, backflip onto the pipe. And it's our friend, Brentilda. Grunty wears massive bloomers under that repulsive dress of hers. She's also got this nasty pet dog whose name is Big Naka. I'm looking for a new dog. My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Cauldron Crew. They're awful. That's all she's got for us this time. Again, she's only got 3 pieces of information every time. We'll pop that open. We won't go in for now. Think we can make a jump over here? Yep. That'll do it for episode 3 here, Banjo-Kazooie. Doing one level at a time. 1 level per episode. we will catch you guys for the next part. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you are watching again, drop a like, follow, share, comment, whatever. Any sort of engagement helps. You can find me at the socials up above, top left. Keep up with what we're doing, and we'll catch you guys in the next part. Thanks for stopping by.